Wayne Bennett wasn't wrong, was he, when he said that the Dolphins are box office, you can't take your eyes off the screen. They are. They're very incredible to watch. Like last week, they were part of the best game of the week, Dolphins v Sharkies, and this might well be the best one of the week too. There was obviously a bit of drama early with Bostock going off with the HIA in the second and a half minute and not returning. A few movements, obviously, with Aitken going out there, Kenny coming onto the left edge. Yeah, a bunch of things going on, and the defense showed from Storm to round out that game and finish it off. The 2 in the last minute there. And Trey Fuller, what a star. Obviously, good try earlier on in the game. The play that, God, it looked like they were going to score. And yeah, the pass out in front for Osako to run onto it. And then the sliding cover defense from Pap, from Farlongo. All these guys was absolutely impressive. And yeah, well done to Storm. They continue to get wins on the board. And Dolphins have been very, very close. They've won a couple of games in with comebacks and the like, and then they've lost a few of these close ones as well. But a top of the table, top 4 clash, and it definitely was. Even without Harry Grant, obviously without Hammer, Fuller was able to do some good things. And obviously Garlic held his own at 9 there for deputising for Harry Grant. But it was an interesting game. Obviously, myself, I had over half of my players in this game for the week, so 7 out of my 13 were playing. I did loop Wishart, so he'll come into the starting side. I'm going to loop Jaden Campbell as well in this evening's game. No, first game, sorry, today at 3 p.m. And what that means with my side is I'll loop him in that one, and then I can decide if I want to use Weeks in the half position and not play Galvin. Like if I take Campbell's score in that situation, I can actually decide between Weeks and also Galvin for the half position there. So good things we can do when you're looping around. You can get a few of them, but I'll be taking Wishart's score, that's for sure. But one of the picks that for my own team that has really come off is that of Jerome Hughes. Picked him up sort of 3 or 4 weeks ago, and he's gone from strength to strength. And just great to see him in absolute top form. He's had a couple of years where he's been a little bit off. He'll have his moments. He'll have his months of footy. But it's been an absolutely long stretch of footy this year where he's shown his talent and, being close to the best halfback in the game that we've seen in those previous years, in 2020, 2021, those types of years there. So congrats to Hughes. His play, and obviously all the owners there, he's really stood up really tall with Munster being out. And they're 11-3 now, so 11 wins, 3 losses. Very, very impressive for the Melbourne Storm. A 74 for Hughes, getting it across the board with a try, 2 tries assisted, and good kick meters as well, with only 8 in negatives for someone that, is on there for full 80. So good stuff there. Jermaine Osako, I had him as a solid sort of wing fullback buy that's lost a fair bit of cash, and obviously got that 90-meter run where Pappy chased him and just couldn't reel him in. Obviously got him, but couldn't stop the actual try. But almost ended up with 2 as well with that one at the end. So big game for Osako with 62. Again, negatives very low, just the 1 missed tackle for Jermaine on this one. So it obviously wasn't a crazy high-scoring game. There's a lot of scores here, 45 plus, which is solid enough without going over the top. And I would have hoped for a little bit more on my side of the ball. But again, another one of those games where there's plenty of attacking stats and base stats are a little bit lower across the board. You had Eli Katoa with 40 tackles, Jeremy Marshall-King with 41, Plath and Liero 38 and 34, but that was kind of the bulk of the big tackle numbers. No one there over 30 outside of those 4 players, with Josh King, in that one as well. So yeah, it wasn't crazy, but it wasn't a shocking game by any stretch. So I'm pretty happy with all my scores. That's for sure. Joshy King, a nice try for him, 69 minutes. Eli Katoa, 51, mainly in base this week, which is good to see that he can, still get that going for him. Without the attacking stats, can still pretty well score what he's priced at 740 there for a 51. So solid enough without the attacking stats. Hopefully in the coming weeks, they have a couple of easier clashes. He can get some attacking stats there. Trey Fuller, as I said, really, really impressive effort in this one. Good to see him get 51 after copying a HIA in his last game that he played in round 13. So I'm glad I held and got the 51 out of him with that try line break, the 6 tackle breaks, just 6 in negatives with 2 missed tackles and an error. But a couple of offloads there, 6 tackle breaks, kick defusals, a bit across the board was really, really good from him. And we'll see if Hammer gets rested from Origin in round 17. He may do, for sure. But they did, they had that bye in 14, which might have helped him as well. We'll see how that one plays out. But Tyron Wishart there with a 49 with that try as well in cover. support there. 25 tackles for 3 misses, couple offloads, good run meters, 151. Exactly what we need from him. 25, regardless of the negatives, 25 in tackles, 15 in run meters. There's 40 on the dot there before any other attacking stats, kicking, all the rest there with the negatives in there. And that one, so 49, very happy with that as an owner. 41, 49, can't complain too much there for a 45 average across the 2 weeks. And even better if you got him for 80 odd the week prior. Yeah, so obviously Aiken went out, moved left further than where he is in the edge normally. So only 16 tackles was where he was at in this one, 2 misses. That's just where he lost his base there. So 103 meters only, which a lot of time he's 140, 150 on the edge. So run meters was down, tackles was down. Thankfully, he scored that really, really cool try. That was a fun one, actually, yeah, for sure. And then 6 tackle breaks and an offload to ground. So overall, 48, not the worst. He's very expensive, though, at 794. In the last 2 weeks, he's gone under 50. So a little bit frustrating on that. And hopefully, the next few weeks, he can continue to go back into the 50s and, kind of maintain and hold his price, because that's what I'm hoping for him to be, like a 52 to 54 type guy. He just had those two really big weeks, and hopefully, he has 1 or 2 of them still to come this season. Sean Bloor also had 4 guys in a row there at the very similar score, 51 to 48. Blory just in base, no negatives in this one, was awesome. Still can't get many run meters, just the 60, but 1 offload, 3 tackle breaks, no misses, and play the full 80. So that was good news on that front. And 100% at 561k, I'll be taking that 48 to the bank. It's much better than where he's priced at, obviously, there. So, I think we'll hold on to him now. After that score, it kind of keeps him in check. And, it makes me a little bit happier. And likely either around 18 sell for, Hines or something like that, or maybe around 19. But we'll see how things play out. He might end up, going nuts over the next few weeks. We're waiting for it. He started well when he got into that spot and hasn't really kicked on without giving the ball much either. So that's that. Kenny Bromwich, a nice try again. He's getting involved in tries assists in recent history. All right, the next 2 on my list, Jeremy Marshall-King with a 46. So still good to see him get some run meters there, 71 with 3 tackle breaks, 4 misses. It's a little bit high for what we need if he's not getting any try assist or tries, but still 46 and got a little bit of a rest there for 7-8 minutes or whatever it was in that one there. So Marshall-King 46. If Cook comes out and gets another 60 odd with a try, it'll really hurt. But if Cook comes out and gets a 50 or something, then completely fine. But if you're on JMK with me, 46 isn't the worst in the world. It's almost what he's priced at anyway, so that's fine. Trent Liero 46. You had Plathy with 46 in 70 minutes there. Just the base stats a little bit low, so 80 run meters only. Thankfully, a turnover tackle and an offload, but 3 misses, a penalty, and only 38 tackles compared to some other games he's had. We'll take it. It's not the end of the world. He's had some really good games in amongst some slightly lower ones and a 49 average across the season. Very, very solid. 650, 46 is almost where he's priced at anyway. And Jack Howarth there ends up on the wing instead of Sewer. So, it was a bit of a fun one. He had 8 tackle breaks, 160 meters run. Obviously, that line break down the sideline, and which ended up in a try for him. The 15 tackles, 2 misses, really, really cool. So, playing out on that left edge, did a good job. And, I don't know why they find it so weird that he still can't get a spot in this side or, somewhat regularly when there are injuries and stuff. But he got his chance in this one. I think he took it and did well. Warbrick had 2 try assists and a try, so a good game from him. Obviously caught that high ball off Hughes, which was nice. And, scored down that right-hand side with the line break. Good stuff on that front. For Will, Nichols with 43 in 43 minutes, so good stuff there. Try save a turnover tackle in there. Lemuelu with 40, so still got through this game. It sounds like he's carrying a bit of something through the back end of this game, and hopefully he'll be okay. If he did pick up, he's obviously scored 40, basically where he's priced at, so not too bad on that front. No attacking stats, unfortunately. Same with Isaiah Katoa, just the 1 try assist, but 39 for him, just like okay across the board without going too crazy. Joshy Kerr, 37 in 28 minutes. For guys, most of these Dolphins guys, because they play obviously 17, 19, 20, you're holding all of them. Storm, you're holding most of them till 19 as well. So, if I'm not saying too much about what to do with them, that's why. Welchie there, 36. Nikorima, 35. Farnworth, the low one, unfortunately for him. 33 on that front there. He had 13 tackles for 3 misses, an error in there, but just not getting the ball much running-wise. A lot of sideways stuff, obviously picking up 4 offloads and 2 tackle breaks in that front. And yeah, he was just really, really low coming into halftime. So he did well in the second half to really claw that back and just get some good junk points with offloads and the like there. But yeah, a bit frustrating. We know that this is part of Farnworth's game sometime, but definitely not the under 100 meters for sure. Like, the tackle numbers can be about that. Just the run meters and no attacking stats, sadly. Nelson started in the 13 role, 32 in 35 minutes, so still a low minutes for Nelson. And yeah, crazy that he's 348k. You had Avrilos 31, Kamikamitha 30 in this one, Pappenhausen 30 as well with a try saver and a try in this one, 59 meters run. Just good to see him get through the game. Very happy to see that. Not a buy, obviously, at the moment. Just not scoring well enough to get a try and a try saver and only have 59 meters. It's pretty gross. But Bromwich with 29 there, Stone with 27. Tavita Pangai actually played 39 minutes, which I didn't expect. Had that one penalty, just being offside and obviously getting in there and smacking around. Obviously brings some impact, but interesting first game back. You had Suafalongo with 23 in 19 minutes, so good stuff. Anyone who held on that he was able to go more than a point a minute. Sad that he obviously got moved from the wing to the bench, but yeah, good to see him still get on the park for owners of him that needed that score. Garlic 22 and 61, not super ideal. You had Anderson 22 in the 80, Meany 15 in that 80 minutes, so this was the game, I suppose, that some people thought it was eventually going to come, but you wouldn't have expected to be this bad. 7 missed tackles on that side. We know their right hand defensively hasn't been great. Hughes was able to be pretty good in this one. 2 errors and a missed tackle. Not great at all for Meany in this one. Thank goodness he was kicking the goals at a good clip. But neither one line break assist and just not great. Low meters for him as well, 68. You had Joe Chan, 4 in 10 minutes. Bostock obviously got the HIA, so 1 in 3 minutes for him. Don't think many people own, but the Meany one's frustrating for sure. And hopefully he does bounce back in the next 2 weeks against some slightly easier opponents on paper. So yeah, that's our Friday night game, not the Thursday night game. We do have 3 games today, which is pretty exciting for all of the fantasy players. 3 p.m. game, Titans Warriors, 5:30 for the Roosters and the Doggies, and then the Souths up against the Eagles. It looks like there's a fair bit of rain currently on the radar in Sydney and all morning, and yeah, we'll see how that one plays out over the rest of the day. And I wish you all the best of luck heading into your 3 Saturday games. It's funny, I've probably got less players today in 3 games than I did in 1 game there, which is funny one. But I've got a couple of Titans, obviously, for Feeder Campbell. Roosters, I don't have Teddy or Manu, so that's going to be a fun one to watch, that's for sure. But Karaz and Maxi King in that second one, and then no Bunnies, no Eagles, unfortunately, with Garrick being out, and then a couple of Tigers and 1 Raider. So there you go. Good luck today, guys, and we'll see you in the next video.